who you're meant to be and to have the trajectory of your wellness take you where you want to be. Because this world has a way of giving you bad habits and behaviours. Age does not guarantee aches and pains and walking canes. If you make the right choices every day in your life and put the right things in your body, you'll be well into old age. I mean, you might slow down a little bit, but it doesn't have to be aches and pains and walking canes. And my lifetime of experience and learning, and, you know, at university and putting into application what I've actually learnt.
And you can help old buggers like me get rid of bad habits as well. Is that right?
You can teach an old dog new tricks. That's correct.
Daniel, followed by, for your first time here, Tony. Okay, but Daniel first.
Hello, everybody. Delighted to be here. I'm Daniel Kobryner. I'm French, and I live in the UK. I'm a high-energy life and business coach and an international motivational speaker. I help small business owners who feel stuck, who feel without a sense of direction, to get their power back. It means to regain clarity, confidence, and motivation in order to live the most purposeful and fulfilling life they can and become unstoppable. My superpower is to hold genuinely space for my clients so that they really feel this environment, this safe environment where they can express themselves fully and authentically without a fear of being judged, of being criticized, or of being given unsolicited advice.
So they feel safe with you, Daniel, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They feel very safe with me, and
Very safe.
share things which, they would never think they would share, because they know that the trust is there and the climate is there, and they can do that, and they really enjoy doing that. Yeah.
Can they trust a Frenchman that lives in England? That's the point, right?
Well, it's always a good question, Peter, but for me, I'm a citizen of the world. I'm French, but
good comeback, then.
This is what I am, guys.
Comeback. Well done. Annie, welcome to your first session here, and please make sure that you get connected with every one of these people there, because they're good people and I vouch for them. So, Tony,
I sure will. Sure will. Tony Buonaiuto. Last name means good help in Italian. So I basically help people break free mentally, spiritually, and in all their relationships through faith and strategy to create a life of purpose and independence. My content is for ambitious people who struggle and feel stuck in their careers, in their finance, their mindset, but most of all their relationships. I'll show them how to break free out of the cycle using real experience, faith-based wisdom, and actionable steps. And I'm feeling like I'm uniquely qualified for this because I've lived it. I've built businesses from the scratch, never taking a paycheck, battled through addictions. I have 20 years sober as we speak, no drugs and no alcohol. And it's been a lifetime of struggles with that battle. I have two beautiful boys that are very successful, and I have one son who's now in jail and is going to do a lot of time. So I know the ins and outs of parenting, relationships, family relationships, and business, and building businesses. And I can help people with their daily life struggles and their problems. And one of the biggest hurdles I've had in my life was trusting myself. And when I realized and learned that I could trust myself, that I could actually trust other people, and that I would allow, more importantly, allow other people to trust me. Because if you can't trust yourself, you don't trust anybody. And you walk around in this world, in this life, looking over your shoulder constantly. Horrible way to have to live. So once I trusted myself, I could allow people to trust me. And it's been a wild journey, and I'm glad to be here. It's amazing, all you wonderful people. Thank you.
Welcome, Tony, and thank you for being so absolutely bloody honest. Unbelievable. I just tipped my lid to you, my man. Well done. Well done. Elena, followed by Dr. Chris.
Hi everyone, I am Elena Palkova, CEO and founder of Mindset to Results and also founder of the Circle of Fame. I am very passionate about human potential and success, and I also had a lot of challenges in my life. I grew up in Ukraine and recently had to move from Ukraine to England after the war started. I always was looking for where I want to be instead of where I was. And this mindset helped me to find the secret. Yes, I would say the secret, how to connect all the dots to really find the way how we can live at our full potential with fulfillment, having purpose, meaning in life, and helping other people. So I decided that I want to dedicate my life to help driven business owners and entrepreneurs to achieve their big, audacious goals, because it is possible. And goals can be different, but there is the same recipe that is the right mindset. As I mentioned, the book Secret was telling only about the one law, that was the law of attraction. And I searched other laws. So I created the 6D method, how to help driven business owners and entrepreneurs to achieve audacious goals from desire to destiny, where I tell them about the whole mindset, about all the recipe, all the ingredients that they can have, the toolbox, and use their mind to aim big, dream big, and achieve big. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elena. Well done. Well done indeed. Dr. Chris. Oh, I'm going to run out of voice.
Thanks for that croaky introduction, Peter. Dr. Chris Willems, ArtsMedia Consultants. I work with business owners, entrepreneurs, CEOs, executives, and other professionals who loathe presenting to help them love it and not feel like they come across as a complete dick on video and Zoom. My aim is to get 50 executives in 50 weeks comfortable, confident, and credible on screen, on stage, or online. And as it happens, yesterday I was working with 40 cafe owners, and I had 40 minutes to coach them into preparing to shoot a promotional video. That was a bit of a challenge, and that's what I love doing. Thank you.
Fred Gillen, followed by Jeff Beal.
My name's Fred Gillen. I run a digital agency called More Marketing Ideas. And I guess one of the best more marketing ideas you could have is to turn a recording on when you've got a Zoom meeting so you can actually share it. And if anybody else is looking for more marketing ideas for their business, whether they're a speaker or they do TV presentations or whatever, I can share more marketing ideas because that's the name of my business. And that's actually what I do. You can Google me on Google, just search for More Marketing Ideas. You can go to my website, moremarketingideas.com. And I'd actually encourage everybody to go there at the moment because I've just released a demo of the latest voice AI technology at work. So you could check it out. You could do a test. You can get the AI receptionist to give you more marketing ideas for your business. So it's not only me helping you now, we've got AI doing it. And that's just one More Marketing Ideas from the person that owns More Marketing Ideas, and that's me.
Thank you very much, Fred. And thank you also very much, excuse me, Brenda. Good, I'll get a copy of what you got there. Okay, Jeff Veal, followed by, followed by Anne.
Hi everybody, excuse my creaky voice, I've had a bit of a bad case of the flu. But I love Tony's story. Everyone here has got a story, right? So I'd love you to tell your story. I run a podcast called 15 Minutes of Fame. And I'll put my details in the chat, guys. If you'd like to get your 15 minutes of fame, and we'll put you all across all the different social media channels with all your links, and get you exposure to thousands of people around the world. If you'd like that opportunity, please feel free to reach out. I run a digital marketing agency in the Philippines called the Business Gurus. If you need any help with your marketing, I'm here to help you. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeffrey, very much. Anne, over to you, followed, excuse me, followed by you, Brenda.
Hi, everyone. My name is Anne Mwediga, a new immigrant in Canada. I specialize in helping individuals and families secure their financial future through smart insurance and investment strategies. With a background in financial services and a deep understanding of the unique challenges faced by immigrants in Canada, I provide a tailored solution to ensure financial security and a long-term wealth building. My top skills including prospecting and networking to connect with the right clients, handling objection with confidence and clarity, and effectively closing deals to help more families achieve financial independence. Like yesterday, I closed 6 deals. My goal is to educate and empower community with the right financial tools while also growing a team of like-minded professionals. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne, very much indeed. And thank you for the good serve. But I deserve that.
Yes.
Who did I say was next? Oh, yeah, Brenda. Brenda. Goodness gracious. Brenda, over to you, followed by Risha.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Brenda Marie Sheldrake in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada, and I am the Biz Leads expert at Biz Leads Expert. I teach busy entrepreneurs how to generate more qualified leads for their business through relationship building. Using the tools that I teach, I generated 3,000 qualified leads in 1 year. And right now I am focusing on some courses that I've created to turn your LinkedIn into a lead generating machine so you never have to cold call again.
Thank you, Brenda. And if you are recording this, would you let me know? Are you recording it?
Yes, it is recorded.
Well, I will love you forever. Thank you so much indeed. Okay, if you get the recording to me as soon as you could. Ooh, don't say a word, Fred. Don't say a word, please. Risha, I left myself wide open to you. Risha, followed by Mary Stanley. Lovely to see you, Mary. Risha first.
Hello everyone, I am Rishi Sringa. I'm from India and I'm now living in Germany. So I help small business owners to generate leads from LinkedIn. So basically what we are doing is to make LinkedIn as a new source of leads for the small business owners. And yes, yeah, thank you. And how's your health, Peter?
Next question. Thank you for asking. Oh my God, I'm in there. Before I get to you, Mary, Tony, would you do me a favor? Would you make sure that you put your contact details in the chat? Can you do that? Is it possible?
I'm working on it.
If
Social
you can,
media has not been my forte until now.
All right. If you can't, let me know and I'll put it in there for you. But I know other people here wanting to reach out and connect with you. That's all.
Yeah, and I want to reach out to them too. Thank you.
And
hey, Peter, I spill my guts on the internet, and you don't record it, buddy. What's up?
Oh, it's been recorded. Don't worry, Brenda's going to catch you up. Don't worry.
Good. Thank you, Brenda. See, everybody has each other's back, right?
I've got spies everywhere, mate. Watch out. Watch out. Okay. Mary, it's over to you. Sorry, we interrupted. Mary, followed by Evangelist.
It's all good. So today is World Autism Day, and it's celebrating differences. And so what I do is I teach you what neurodiversity is, what autism is, and how you look at everyone's brain like a snowflake or a fingerprint. Everybody's wired differently. It's not something that needs to be cured or fixed. It's just understanding what the challenges are and overcoming the challenges. I will be hosting a live show at noon. I'll put the information in the link, and we're breaking down autism.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you very much. So today is the day, right? Correct?
Today is the day.
Okay, good. All right. Vangelis, nice to see you. Followed by Tina.
Nice to see you too, Peter. Yes, my name is Vangelis, and I am in Costa Rica at the moment. I am working with artificial intelligence. It's basically to help people realize it's not an application, it's not a product. And it's a lot of times companies struggle with what is it? A TI calculator is AI. And it's working with companies to help them integrate what artificial intelligence is and how it can help them. And a lot of times, the biggest challenge most companies have is interdepartmental communication. It's not really the AI, it's the fact that a lot of companies don't really communicate very well between all the different departments that are actually part of what makes AI AI. And so to remove people from mystery, to demystify it, help people realize what it really is and how it can really help them. So that's what I do. Thank you.
Thank you, Vangelis, very much indeed. Tina, over to you, followed by John Allen.
Thank you, Peter. So you know all the pain, the stress, and the struggle that divorcing people go through. Well, there is a way to find peace, sanity, and assist the attorneys so that your legal fees are much less. My name's Tina Huggins. I'm your divorce coach specialist, divorce consultant, restorative family mediator, and conflictual co-parenting coach. Thank you, Peter.
Thank you. That was nice and short and brief and to the point. Well done.
To the point.
To the point. Well done. Okay. Excuse me. John Allen.
Peter, I'll let Anita go first. She's just joining us.
Yes. Okay, Anita. Where in the heck are you? There you are, Anita. Nice to see you.
Oh, thank you. I'm Anita Biggins. I'm from Sandusky, Ohio. I don't know if this microphone works or not.
Yeah, I can hear
but
you.
anyway, I help people with AI. I help them learn how to train AI to sound like them and to personalize it so that they can communicate and build connections a lot quicker than they can from having to write everything out themselves.
Thank you, Anita. And thank you for being here, because I know that you're in a lot of pain. So I appreciate you doing that. John D. Allen, followed by Mr. McNeill.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm John D. Allen, Allen Small Business Coaching, currently in Northern Ontario, Canada, where it is a balmy wind chill -18 Celsius, or for the rest of the world, 0 Fahrenheit. I teach fall in love with your prospect's problem, not your solution or program, because they really don't give a damn about your solution or program. What they want to know is, can you solve my problem? Where a lot of people fall down, and this comes into our conversation today, is they don't have clarity. So when they're talking to somebody, the person's sitting there thinking, why am I here? Are they going to try and sell me something? Are they giving me something? What are they doing? If you don't have clarity, that creates untrust, or lack of trust. That's when you'll hear, I'll think about it, or I'll call you. So you need to have clarity in everything you're doing. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you very much, John. Brian K. McNeill.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Brian K. McNeill, and I'm the recognized authority on selling services. There are so many amazing people, just like the ones in this room right now, that offer services that genuinely do help others. But a lot of these amazing people that offer services that help, a lot of them do not earn the money that they could or that they should. And very often the reason why they don't earn that money is they simply do not know how to sell it well. Or they may be using antiquated methods of selling that used to work, but no longer work. And what I do is actually teach them what to say and do so they can sell themselves, which they often forget, and their services better than they ever have before so they can earn more money. Then I do that through my coaching, through my workshops, through my talks on my platform, through my groups, or through my books. I published 7 books, and I sent my 8th book to the publisher last week, and I'm super excited about it. I can't help but highlight one thing that John Allen said about what your clients want from you. They want to believe, I always say there's 2 things they want from you that they don't say. But one of the things they want from you is they want to believe that you can solve at least one of their problems that John lifted up. They may not say that, but they need to believe that you can solve at least one of their problems. And the other thing that they really, really want from you that they won't say is they want you to make them feel important. Demonstrate you can solve one of their problems and make them feel important. That's the things they want from you. Brian K. McNeill, the recognized authority on selling services.
Thank you very much indeed, Brian. And in the chat, I've just put, Tony, I'll put your Facebook link in there for you, okay? It's in there. So people can now reach out to you there. All right, before we get onto the topic, I've got these apologies from people. Yvonne Jones, Pat Dreyer, Marketing Star, Glenda Kroll, she'll be here next week. She couldn't get the Ingborg, she'll also be here next week. Dr. Annika Sorensen, your compatriot Dr. Chris, she's not here today, but she'll be here next week. And finally, Alan. Alan Edwards was here. He was the first to be here, he even beat you, George, but unfortunately he couldn't get his camera to work, so he's going to have to pull out. So with that in mind, I'm going to take you in the order that you've, raised your hands and think about this. How do you go about attracting your ideal clients, right? How in the heck do you do that? And just before you do that, one of the things that fascinated me, and I'm showing my age here, but John, you will really appreciate this, and I think you know this as well. 2 of the people that really impressed me in my earlier years were Dan Kennedy and Seth Godin, these 2 people, right? And the way they attracted clients was the reverse of everybody else. That's the bit that fascinated me about these guys. And I'm sharing it with you because it's a really interesting idea. What they did was they did a reverse testimonial. In other words, they tried to convince people not to join them. Do not buy my stuff. Do not come to this sales page. If you're there, this is the wrong sales page for you. Do not do this. Do not. Guess what happened? More and more people bought their products, right? More, the old thing of scarcity and exclusivity. So it's an interesting way of them, how they went about, and I just thought I'd throw it on the table, how they went about attracting their ideal clients by being the absolute opposite. Okay, Brian, you were the first one off the rank today. How about you, my man? How do you go about, attracting your ideal clients?
First off, attracting ideal clients, you need to get it out of your head that it's going to be easy. It's not. It takes some work to keep attracting your ideal clients, and it takes consistent work, and it takes consistent work over time. But I will tell you what I consider the low-hanging fruit on attracting ideal clients is to get on other people's podcasts as a guest. Being a guest on somebody else's podcast, they build the audience. You show up as the subject matter expert, and you always can convert. You come there with something to offer them for free, and that's low-hanging fruit. And there's so many podcasts available, many of them in this circle right here. Also, you have to post original content consistently for long enough. You got to post content of you speaking, content of you writing on LinkedIn and everywhere, but you got to do it consistently for long enough. What happens is your tribe of people that can communicate with you, that understand your language, they find you by you posting consistently for long enough. Lastly, use tools and publish. Publish or perish. You can publish articles. LinkedIn makes it very, very easy. And when you Google search yourself, the articles that you write on LinkedIn show up early. So publish, get on other podcasts, and do it consistently for long enough. That's how you attract your ideal clients.
Well done, Brian. And if the message I got for you is right, then you need to get off your butt and do some work, right? It doesn't happen automatically.
Is that like
Very good.
Goya?
It's like Goya.
Goya, get off your ass.
Yes, well done, well done. Fred, over to you, my man.
Yeah, there's lots of ways to attract your ideal client. Like I'm the tech head, right? I do everything on the web. So, you know, you've obviously got your website, so that needs to be maintained and up to date so that people find you and they look for more marketing ideas, they can find it and learn what's on the page. But my biggest one is referrals. So, you know, people just don't ask for enough business. So if you've got a happy client, and most of your clients should be happy anyway, then the best way to find new clients is to ask them if they know anybody. And if they know 2 people and they can refer you to, suddenly you've tripled your income overnight just by asking one question. And that's referrals. And the easiest way of doing that is to, you know, use Google reviews as well. Like everybody here should have a Google business page. If you haven't got one, or a Google business profile as it's now called, if you haven't got one, then go and get one. It costs you nothing. It's free advertising. It gets you out there, and people will find you. And when people find you, you get all your existing customers to leave a review. So just ask them if they will leave a review. And when they leave a review, that gets you more kudos out in the internet world. It lifts you up in the eyes of Google, and it helps you get more clients. So, you know, referrals, reviews, and just ask for the business. Ask your mates to do more stuff. The other thing you need to do is work out who your ideal client is. And that's one thing that people have a problem with, is working it out. Now, I'm going to drop a link into chat, and it's what's called a GPT. It's out by ChatGPT, but it's a private one I've created. And it allows you to type in some parameters, and it will tell you who your ideal client is. And that way you can target those clients with the right words, the right keywords that you post in stuff, and the right language that you need to talk to when you address those clients. So just a couple of ideas that I use. I've also got a prospecting tool that I use. It's pretty it's pretty intense. It does searches, and you know, you can quantify people into the right categories and get in contact with CEOs or whoever you want to get that to. It's a paid tool, but I've got access to that too, that I use to get clients as well. That's me.
Brenda, you were up next.
Has Peter disappeared?
I don't know where he went, but go ahead, Brenda.
Okay. So I agree with Fred. It would be referrals and introductions, I think, are the best ways to get new clients. And so if you want more clients, you have to have happy clients. You also have to be visible so that when you're getting introduced to new people, that they can find you and there's credibility and they know what they're going to get from you, and then you deliver on what you're showing in your social media as being your superpower. So my formula is get credibility and then get recommendations.
Excellent. Thank you. Mary?
So a couple things that I do is I go to my local areas and talk at city council meetings, chamber of commerce, things like that, because that gets you into your local environment and gets you free press, because all your city council meetings in your towns are covered by local media. And the other thing is being trained in what you do, knowing what you do inside and out. So when you talk about what you do, you can do it without scripts. So you sound like you know what you're talking about, you know what you're doing, so people understand that you can actually help them. And finally, I use story format, and I talk about my life and my kids and things and past clients so that they understand that I've been in those situations. I worked with people in those situations and have results.
Excellent. Thank you. Tony?
Calling on me? Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. First of all, I'm trying to figure out what my ideal client looks like. Who can I help and how can I help them? And one of the things I understand of lately is that if I could look at the person I used to be and the struggles I used to have and what I've done to get out of those struggles, first of all, I can identify the person I can help, because if I could help myself through it, I could help anybody through it. So identify what I'm good at or my talents are by looking at my past and what where I needed help in my life and where I have found the right kind of help. And so there's nothing like real experience when you're reaching out to people. So some of the things that I've struggled with in the past were businesses, financial situations that were overwhelming, and partnerships and relationships. So if I can make it through that stuff and look at the person I used to be, then the person I am now could teach other people how to get out of the person that looks like the person I used to be. So my ideal client looks like the person I used to be. Thanks.
Thanks, Van Gillies.
What has worked for me is the more that I have been able to know who I am, the clearer my vision gets for what I can actually offer and the services that I can provide for people. And when I know who I am, that gives me clarity into what tools work for me. And it also helps me to know if I'm really being myself and not trying to compare or copy what other people are doing. Because you try things, and as you start getting more clarity on what you really can offer and who you are, then I started realizing what works for me, and then things started changing. So just start with, because people say be authentic. Well, I didn't know who I was, so it was difficult for me to know when I'm being authentic. So that's kind of how I started. It's just to get to know who I am, brings clarity to who I can help and the tools that I can use. Thanks.
Excellent. Thank you. Pat?
The ideal client. For me, what I do is I message them, or when I see them come onto any of my posts and make a comment, I'll reach out and, start up a conversation to see, how we can work things out. Just a normal conversation. Make them feel that they're important and you might have something to help them. You don't want to push anything on them. You just want to get to know them. That's what I do, just to get to know them and be friends.
Great, thanks. Tina?
So my client is probably very much like Tony's client in the fact that that's the client that nobody else would want to work with. My clients are, and I have a specific person, and I can give, my client is 58 years old. My client is a man. My client is going through the most difficult time of their life. My client was abused. So when I talk about what my perfect client is, they're going through an extremely stressful time. They're unable to make decisions. They're struggling with keeping things together, and they own a business. My clients, like I stated, were men. I work with women, but when I put my message out, I send it to these men, and that's how I pick up the women that I am working with. I always tell people that if you have a bullseye and you have the center picked out, and at least you're aiming at the bullseye, you're going to hit the target itself, as opposed to not having anything on your wall and having your darts everywhere. So that's my perfect client.
Great. Thanks, Tina. Anne?
Personally, I use WhatsApp groups. And what I do is when people are posting, you see people posting their problems there. So I reach out to them. Like I got one person who is now very active, and he had no fare to go to see the doctor. So I went to his inbox, told him to give me his e-track. I transferred money for him to go and see the doctor. And then we started from there. So I started by building relationship. And when I told him about the business, he jumped in and he came with other people with the same problems.
Excellent.
So,
Thank you.
you see people posting their problem every day. So you get and reach out to them, make them your friends. The next day you are doing business with them. Thank you.
Thank you. Risha?
The first thing you need to do is to do great work and build a positive reputation through doing that, and that hopefully rolls into getting recommendations and referrals. The most important thing, though, and other people have touched on this, is to listen to your potential clients, listen to their story, and as John Allen says, fall in love with their problem, because they don't care about your business, they care about how you can solve their problem for them. So that's, but most of my work comes through referrals.
Thank you, Dr. Chris. Risha?
I would say making myself available in places where the problem is actively discussed. For example, if I solve some problem, like for example, if I solve a lead generation problem, making myself available in events or groups where the problem is actively discussed will help me find people who have the problem. And then when I start a conversation with them, I can attract them because they are my ideal clients, and these ideal clients are also having a problem. I think I use that way. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Anita?
One way that I do this is I have an AI tool, and I find an influencer that has a similar type of target audience as I do, and I copy all of their engagement, and then I go back and I re-engage with that person through AI.
Excellent. Thank you. Elena?
Hello.
Yep. Go ahead, Elena.
When we speak about attracting ideal clients as a mindset coach, I would say that everything starts with mindset, because we are the biggest saboteurs of our success. And if we have limiting beliefs, if we think that we are not enough, or maybe we need to know more, or we compare ourselves, and we don't believe that we can get clients, it will be so. It's because everything what we have is just reflection of what is going inside of us. So I would say that the first of all, we have to make sure that we know the subject, what we want to help with people. We have the passion. We know exactly who is our ideal client. Yes, and what problems, pains, challenges they have, and find what exactly we want to help them with, or maybe range or spectrum of different problems, and then see ourselves as we already have the clients. Yes, see ourselves that we are competent, that we are professional, that we really have that knowledge, and of course to have the knowledge and be professional and be confident that we can help these people, that we really can help these people. Yeah, so first we should sell our products or services to ourselves and know that it is really something that can change people's lives and that really has the value. So when we do this work, identify clients, identify their problems, decide what problems we want to solve, because not all clients' problem is something that we can help them. We should be very honest. If we know that there is something that we don't help, we should be happy to refer these people to somebody. Yes, so anyway, we know when we meet clients, we provide them value, or we help them ourselves, or we can show them direction where they can have the value. And the next one is important to be detached from results, not to come to the calls or even show up recording videos, not with the purpose to have sales. It shouldn't be the goal to have sales when we record video. The goal should be to provide value, to give your best, yes, to really impact people's lives. And when we provide the value and we detach from outcome, we want sales, but it is not our like driven force that just I do this because I have to pay bills, or I have to something. We shouldn't focus on problems, right? We have to, when we record videos or when we come to event, we detach from our problems, or when we meet person, right, for our appointment, we detach from our problems, we connect to the person, and we want to give them the best value, if he watches us at replays or he is on our call. We are not detached to result that we should sell him, because if our goal is to give them maximum value, to help this person in his situation, to show him how he can see the solution, because this is the big. Some people have problems and they don't even believe that they can solve these problems. So even if we show them that these problems can be solved and this is the process, we just let it to the client to say yes or no. And we know that even if he says no, it is not that he says no to us. It is just maybe at this point of time he is not ready. And if we provide him the value, he will come back, right? Because he knows how to contact us, how to see us. And this is how it will help to create relations. Even if we spoke to person, he didn't sell, but we still focusing on help, right? Focusing on relations. And these relations, this what gives really value. And according to the law of compensation, we know that the energy which you send out, the value which you send out, you will be always compensated, because your income always is at the same proportion of the value what you produce. So instead of focusing on income and just sales and money, focus on your value. Become that person that it is difficult to replace you. Become really that professional that can understand people well, can exactly know what they want, how they can achieve their goals or solve their problems. And when you focus, you can never be wrong. And another one, just technical thing, choose one social media. Choose one social media that you will be mostly present there, and show up and address these challenges and problems that your clients. Be authentic, show how they can reach to you, and always finish your videos with call to action, so they know they can contact you, or they can attend your webinar or lesson, or you can give them your free gift. So when you keep persistent, consistent, you definitely will succeed and you will find your ideal clients.
That is great. Thank you very much, Elena.
John,
And you know, you gave a
let me jump in, please. Thank you, Elena. First of all, Brenda, would you please check the chat? I sent you a private chat. Essential, otherwise I'm going to be in big trouble with Fred Gillen, okay? Please make sure you give me that recording, okay? Secondly, more important than that, the reason why I disappeared is because we're having power problems. I'm on a generator now, okay? And unfortunately, that's what happens in a little Thai village. So I apologise for my relative absence there. And thirdly, Tony, don't worry about your target audience. I will help you, okay? I will help you. All right. So, John, let me keep going. Jeff, over to you.
Is that me, Peter?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Guys, I've done marketing for, believe it or not, over 50 years. So I know a lot of ways to get new clients. But the main one is to take action. I'm looking for the lady's name on the screen here. Let me have a look for who was the last speaker? She's gone now. Who was our last speaker, Peter? Her name was it Anita?
Elena.
Elena, okay. She brought up a wonderful point. A lot of you guys, I see you, you're posting. Why do you post? What's the reason you post on social media? It's to get clients, right? That's all. But most of you don't have any call to action. So I've dropped a couple of ideas in the chat for you. Call to action is a branded QR code. It's not the QR code that does the work. It's the link. Have a link. And in my case, I do not link to a web page. Your web page is like a department store. People have got no idea what you do. and they're time poor, they bounce off your web page. Send them to your calendar and have conversations. Because if you have conversations, guys, you will make money. And if anybody wants to drop the word 70 in the chat, I'll send you an ebook I've got, 70 ways to get new clients. So if you drop your details in the chat and put 70, I'll gladly send you the ebook. That's my rant for the day, guys, on my pet subject, how to get clients. I've got a team of VAs here, guys, so I'm fortunate. We reach out on LinkedIn every day. Imagine if we reached out for you to 30 people every day on LinkedIn, that's 150 people a week. You would double your business overnight. Take action, guys. Action gets traction. Thanks very much, Peter.
Thank you very much, Jeffrey. Well done. Well done. Daniel.
Right. So for me, obviously, the ideal clients are clients who can see that, who are facing the similar struggles that I have faced and I have overcome. So what's very important is first to show up fully authentically. Be yourself online and offline. As Jeff was saying before, I mean, online we have to make sure that, the message addresses, the pain point. And we have to show as well our energy, our passion, and our presence. So this is one point. Another point is, it was mentioned before, but use of testimonials. When we do a good job, we ask our, clients, please, would you make a video with me or a small text? And this is so useful because obviously people say a photo is worth 1,000 words, and I think a video is worth 1,000 photos. So again, it's really, another thing is being really vulnerable. When we are there, people see that we are ourselves, we've got our flaws, we are not perfect. And when they see that, they think, oh, wow, I can resonate with this person. Yes, and obviously I was mentioning before about, superpower. I mean, for me, it's like holding space. It's really being fully with the coachee, being in a fully listening mode. It's not about me, but it's really about understanding what their pain is, what they want to express, and when they know that they can do it freely, without pressure, without fears of being judged or criticized or being given unsolicited advice, they will do this, and miracles happen, because they start talking about things they would never thought they would talk about, and then all of a sudden it becomes lighter. So really be your full authentic self.
Well done, Daniel. Well done indeed. By the way, I just want to give a quick shout out to you, Dr. Chris. For those of you who are on LinkedIn, do me a favor, go and join Chris's newsletter. If you want to be, the key issue, we're talking about attracting clients, right? You can't attract anyone unless you're visible. You've got to be visible, otherwise no one will bloody find you, right? Do me a favor, get on Chris's newsletter. You'll find it a wealth of information there. Well done. Okay.
Thank you, Peter.
Now, my pleasure. Who else hasn't spoken yet? Because I was missing in action. Okay, Kristine, you haven't spoken. How do they keep you quiet for so long?
I was listening to what everyone said.
Okay, Kristine.
And I've got a slightly different issue to present. When I first started out, because I do wellness. Now tell me, who doesn't need wellness? Everybody needs wellness. And so I had a problem, because how do I help everybody? What kind of message do I put out there? And it took me quite a while to hone in on how I was going to do that. And I can still get to everybody, because I can get to all my different personas, all the different types of people who need me, but I need to have specific messages for each category, each type of person. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm doing a series of reaching out and challenging people, what people believe about wellness, because that's the other thing. People go, I'm well, I don't need you. Wrong. I have to educate people. right? Because people think, you know, I feel okay, I'm okay. But what they don't realize is that chronic disease takes 10, 20, 30 years to manifest. I have to educate people that what they're putting into their body, how they treat themselves, is going to add to their unwellness over a period of time. By the time they get a symptom, they've had it for a long time. So I had all these challenges to try and overcome how I was going to approach this problem. So educating people, challenging their beliefs, challenging what they think about wellness, aging and wellness. You know, they're all stereotypes and they're wrong. And so there are a lot of other things that are misnomers and things that mislead people about their wellness. So they're all my challenges and how to approach those things. But yeah, I've been really getting into it lately. So I just thought I'd put that out there. Yeah, I've got it sussed now.
You know, Kristine, you mentioned mislead about wellness, right? When you're getting old like I am, I mean, the thing I hate now is YouTube. Because I get this symptom, I think, I go onto YouTube and see, and all of a sudden I'm dying of all sorts of bloody diseases, right? Goodness gracious me.
You're only as old as you believe you are.
You're 25. I mean, that's what I really am, right? I mean, yeah. I can lie with sincerity, conviction. But the bottom line is, for me, within the wellness area, I mean, there's a whole lot of symptoms for a whole lot of things, and some of them are serious and some are not serious, etc. Right? And I presume people like you can put those things to bed. That's what I was trying to get at, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of lies out there. A lot of lies.
And a lot of idiots like me who follow the lies. Yeah, I agree. Tony, you shut up, Tony.
I don't think you're not an idiot. Don't say that.
Ooh,
that's not true.
I have my moments. John Allen, come on, you're not going to get out of this.
Just to wrap this up, to say what Kristine said, when you have your health, you can have 10,000 problems. When you don't have your health, you got one problem, your health. And if you want to attract your ideal clients, you need clarity. Clarity on what your offer is, the results you get for people, who your ideal client is, and you need clarity within yourself so that when you're talking to these people, you're clear on the message that you're delivering and you believe it. Because there's so many people out there that they give great lip service to a product or service. They don't believe it themselves, and that's why they can't sell it. So your whole thing you need, and when you get together with the person, what you're meeting for them, you need clarity on what that meeting or conference is going to be about. Because if you're not clear on it, that's where I said earlier, the person starts to think, what is this, a bait and switch, or what's going to happen?
Good point.
You need clarity on what you're doing.
Good
Peter,
point.
we're over our time, so I'll end it there.
Oh, good. Well done. Jeffrey, very quick. You got your hand up. We're over time. Go.
Yeah, it's just a quick one, guys. It might save your life. I just ran my blood test through ChatGPT, and it told me a heap of things that my doctor never told me. And number 9 on the list was I should be 100. Doctor never told me this one, and I was 900, right? And it was lack of vitamin D. In my case, lack of vitamin D because I'm in the office all day, and lack of vitamin D makes you super tired and weakens your bones. So guys, if you're old as me, run your blood test through ChatGPT. It'll tell you stuff your doctor never told you.
And go for a walk in the sun.
Well, that's probably because you're spending all your time on technology indoors and you're not going outside getting sun, because that's free vitamin D.
Get it now every day.
My doctor's advice about vitamin D was you go for a walk in the sun and through your belly and your buttocks. That's the best way to get vitamin D.
I like it. I like that. Okay, everybody.
Bicycle.
Well, for those who don't know, by the way, Tony, you wouldn't have a clue, neither would you, Dr. Chris. But Pat is one of these guys who goes around the world on a bike, on a push bike, right? That's what he
Around the
does.
world. What?
Yeah, it's good
Well,
seeing you, Pat.
not quite around the world, but I mean, that's where he was heading and he stopped halfway around or something. But still.
My last bike ride was from Bellingham, Washington down to Mazatlan.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Anyway, enough of that.
Amazing.
Everybody, thank you everybody for
everyone.
being here. My apologies for being croaky. My apologies for disappearing. Thank you for hosting, John, and stepping in. And in the meantime, I wish you all, love you dearly, and we'll get to you this time next week, okay? And Brenda, I love you. Don't forget me, please.
You can stop the recording now, Peter.
Thank you.
Peter, you can stop the recording now.